ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael David of the Glory Wave Church, and today we have a wonderful topic we want to discuss, and I titled it Being Grateful in Times Like This. Okay, I'm not here alone, I'm here with members of the Glory Wave, and we thought it wise that we should bring up this topic so we can have a little chat about it. A lot of things are happening in the society, a lot of things are happening in church today, and we say, okay, some persons they don't care what have I achieved this year. This is December, the same state I was last year, that's where I am right now. But is that the right attitude we should put up? So we want to say, is it right for us to be grateful in times like this, or we should keep complaining? Of course we say we should be grateful, but some people may say, yeah, we should be grateful, but they don't actually agree with the fact that they should be grateful in their heart. So today we want to throw more light on the reason why we should be thankful in times like this. But I don't know if my friends here have other views about this topic, and so I'm going to be presenting my friends and my colleagues here so we can have a quick chat about this. So we're going to do a brief introduction. Like I said earlier, I'm Michael David of Glory Wave Church, and to my extreme end there I have, maybe you should introduce yourself.
Negbe Cynthia.
All right, Negbe Cynthia, you're welcome. And then
Ebimaye Meton.
that's Ebimaye. Okay, you're welcome, Ebimaye. And we also have,
And I'm Limuel Barrow.
Limuel Barrow is on set with us today. Thank you for coming, Limuel. We appreciate you. And
Pastor Chinedu Gerard.
that's Pastor Chinedu Gerard. So tonight is going to be awesome, and I'm excited that we're discussing this topic. So I'm going to throw it open. Why should we be grateful to God in times like this? Looking at the situation of things, everything that is happening around us. Sorry, let me throw a joke. I was watching someone's status. Somebody said, maybe Mary committed abortion, and is not going to deliver Jesus again. How this Christmas be? Are we still doing this Christmas or something? A lot of things. People are putting up a lot of information out there on their status, a lot of posts online just to showcase that, oh, come on, this Christmas is not the way it's supposed to be. This December is not supposed to be the way it should be. But trust me, my own personal view, I think we should be grateful. So I'm going to start by allowing Pastor Chinedu Gerard to introduce the topic briefly and tell us his own view, if we should be grateful or not, and if we should be grateful, maybe some points and be beneficial to you. Thank you so much, Pastor Chinedu, for coming.
Yes, thank you, Pastor David. Actually, the topic of being thankful, in the book of the Bible book of Psalm 107, verse 8, it says, if men would thank the Lord, they will thank the Lord for his goodness and wonderful works to the children of men. Being thankful is very, very important, because when you show gratitude, you are being lifted to an altitude.
Wow.
Because it is very important. I can still go back. I remember that our senior pastor, we have been taking the kingdom principles, and one of the kingdom principles which we have not even talked of before this particular program, I think we'll still come to that, being grateful, being thankful to God.
Yeah.
You see, if you are not thankful, you will not go far in life. And understand that being thankful pushes you into an increase which is not ordinary.
Okay.
You see, you can do business, you make profit. But when you are grateful to God, there is something that happens which is not ordinary. So that's why being thankful is very, very important. And in a season like this, some people, they were expecting to buy a car, they were expecting to finish their house, they were expecting to buy one thing or the other, and they were not able to make it. So because of that, they are not so happy. They don't want to be grateful. So you have to be grateful even for the smallest thing.
Wow.
So
thank you.
Thank
you so much. You've made your point very strong, and that's it. But the essence of this discussion is to be very, very practical about things, about the realities that are really happening. Because imagine the situation: someone really, really prayed, and he made a lot of commitment, like sow a seed at the beginning of the year 2019, and said he wants to achieve this, and that. And funny enough, at the end of the year, it looked like he actually took steps backward. He didn't really make progress. So I don't know. Somebody may have something else to say about that. I don't know if maybe Cynthia would say something about that, or Lima wants to say something about, okay, you're not able to achieve, or you didn't achieve anything what you wanted to achieve for the year, and you've done everything. It's as if everything is just working against you. And you've paid your tithe, you've given the right offering, sincerely you've done everything and nothing seems to be working. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, first off, I would say let's try and look at the meaning of being thankful. Being thankful is showing appreciation for what anybody does for you. Well, let's say if someone should get you a car, for example, the person expects you to be thankful and say, thank you very much. I appreciate this car.
But
I
now
appreciate
this car
thing."
did not come. That's what I'm saying now. So you don't have to take us
Yeah,
back.
but-
Yeah, this car didn't come. You did everything. You even plugged a seed in church,
Okay.
and yet the car did not come. So what do we have to say? You can't confuse us. We want the audience to be clarified here. That's just what we're saying about. If you have something to say about it, you need to. Let's be practical here. I understand we need to respect God. Lord, we thank you. We thank you. But we are saying that some things didn't happen the way it ought to happen. Yes.
It's normal that whatever we pray for,
Yeah.
not everything comes at a stretch. Not everything comes just the way we want it to be. Not everything happens the way we want it to be. That's what makes it life. Because people say life is unfair because of things like this. We pray for things they
Not
don't come.
everything happened the way it should be.
Yes, not
Sorry,
everything happens.
I don't agree with that. Okay, I'm going to,
Well,
because of time, I'm going to
I
give
think,
time to.
I think the Bible says in everything we should give thanks.
No, Pastor, you have
But
said something. Pastor, don't worry. We're going to come back to your
Okay,
pastoral
okay.
interpretation.
Okay.
In everything, we should give thanks.
Yes.
But right now, we want to allow people to actually air their view. Let them speak out what their grievances are. We don't want to, at the end of this program, somebody is still confused about what he or she thinks. I mean, come on, I should have said. No, when we go for meetings, sometimes you like any other business, anything, maybe you have grudges in your mind. You don't allow them to actually speak up their mind. You understand? I understand what you're saying from the scriptures. But right now, we want to be a little bit practical. We're not putting God on the hot seat here. God is God, you know. But we need to really know what happens. I mean, what really happened? Things didn't really work well. I mean, you can't put everything on the present government. Also, what's going on? How come things are not really moving the way we expect it to happen? Maybe you need to say something
Okay.
about.
First of all, last year I wasn't where I am today.
Okay.
Yes, and the fact that I didn't get all I wanted to get this year, I can boldly say I'm better than the way I was last year. I repeat again, but I know it's not easy to like actually not get what you want and still be thankful. But come on, there are some rich people in their sick bed wishing that they can even stand up without money. They just want sound health. They just want to breathe. They just want to go back to their family.
Yeah, well,
So I think that's-
maybe I need someone that will really tell us that I prayed for this thing, and yet it didn't happen.
Yes.
So we can really know how the person feel. You understand? So maybe from there we'll be able to interpret, because everything's in there. You're not where you used to be. Everything is happening. You're looking good. Everything is fine with you. Well, this not we're talking about a situation whereby some persons really have things to really say about
Okay.
what their situation. You understand? As in, come on, this thing didn't happen the way I want. This
Yeah.
Christmas now, wow, this December, what happened? I was watching a comedian saying, I won't save 2 million, even 20,000. Some people even get like 500,000 for their account, like January, but now the
Yeah.
people get
It's
15,000.
as if God does not want to allow his birthday, he just want to keep it on the low.
That's what I'm talking about. Is it God is giving the birthday or the low, you know? So you are feeling the vibes now.
Yes.
So, but you know, things were really somehow. Let's be true to things
Yeah,
were
it
somehow.
was somehow.
This year it was. Eh?
But I just feel that it's two reasons why it's like this. Probably you didn't pray for the right
Hey, don't do. Forget that. That's not what I'm saying. That. Let's not be.
Okay, like, if we're being honest,
Oh, talk as
if we're actually being honest, if I'm being honest with myself, this year was a very, very rough one for me.
Now
It was very
now we are
rough.
starting.
It
Now we are
was
starting.
very
Because
rough.
let's take it quickly. In the next 1 minute, we are going to take a break. Go ahead.
Okay, and at a point, I stopped praying. At a point, I stopped. I was like, I won't lie. My faith it wavered a bit, and I was like, why am I even bothering? Why am I? Because
So in essence, things were rough.
Yes, things were rough. But then again,
no, before you go back to whatever happened then,
Yeah.
now that you have agreed with me that things were rough, and that's what I want to establish. That's the foundation. We're going to go on a short break, and we're going to really expatiate on how we should express ourselves when things were rough. I had a sister that told me, look, I almost committed suicide, this year. Yes, I had a lot of cases. So many things really happened because I have people that talk to me, people that come to me for counseling, so I think this topic is a very serious topic we need to discuss. And when we come back from the short break, we're going to really dwell on the realities of what really happened in 2019. I think 2019 has a lot to answer to us. Thank you, viewers. All right, viewers, welcome back to the second segment, and we'll be running up very, very soon. Like I said earlier, we have people, a lot of persons that really, really had issues this year, 2019, and they're giving up. Some want to commit suicide. Of course, we recorded a lot of suicide cases. You understand? Depression, all manner of things happened and all that. But that's not what they bargained for. So we really need to address things and see how should we react to things in life. So I'm sure Cynthia actually has something she wanted to share with us, and then let's take it raw the way it is, and then we'll know what the Bible says about everything.
Okay. The truth of the matter is that, truth be told, that it made the talk truth. I'm so angry with God right now. I just the verse of God. The way I take express this year, this 2019, so 2019, as the everywhere sports scatter. As I graduate, I believe I supposed on the do big things. She get come like say nothing just dey happen.
What do you do? Where you go dey expect big things? Do you
Like
make any plan now?
Yes, like I buy one safe. I say I go just dey save for one time.
So money go dey enter.
By this kind of time don blow. Shey you get that? So
did you look for a job?
At the end of I look for job now. No job in the country. No job. And they'll tell you that if you make go fair experience of how many years before they'll employ you. They won't employ you. They'll give you 10,000 naira before you transfer year to year. Don't finish.
Okay, what you are saying in essence that you didn't really achieve what you planned.
I did not achieve what I really wanted to achieve this year. That's the truth of the matter. Because the economy is bad.
Okay, as compared to last year, beginning of last year to the end of last year, and then the beginning of this year to where you are now, did you achieve anything the previous year as compared to this year?
I did, but not to my expectations.
So this year on rough.
My expectation was very, very high, very, very high this year.
Well, it's good to always set your expectations high.
I really
all right, because of time, thank you, Siwai, for being very sincere with us. Okay, so let me see if Lima will also throw more light on what really happened. What do you have to say? What do you think about this year and what really happened?
Okay, this year. I would start with my schooling. Okay, this year in school it was very, very rough. down from the workload, school workloads, down to upkeep. And though it was
school workload is your responsibility.
Yes.
Don't tell us about that one. You must read.
Okay, of course. Well, okay. Let me go down to the upkeep. Being a student in school, you are surrounded.
What school do you attend?
Pennsylvania University.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you are surrounded by different temptations, and when things don't work the way you expect them to, you easily succumb. Easily succumb to it, and that would have probably been my case because I don't know. I was surrounded by you see different.
Okay, I just want to ask you one question and then we'll move to my.
Yeah.
Now you were surrounded with a lot of temptations. You went through a lot of stress in your upkeep in school and so many issues and all that.
Yes.
Maybe you had issue with school fees or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, did you succumb to any of those temptations? Yes or no?
Yes, I did.
Oh Jesus.
Yes, I did.
Lord help me.
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Okay. So were you proud of the things you did?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
But that I don't know. That
So
was,
now you are angry because you succumb to such situations.
Yes,
Okay.
but-
I'm sorry I'm cutting you short. But I'm gonna allow my this because of
Okay.
the time that we have
Alright,
on this
okay.
program. Yeah. What do you have to say about the
Okay.
things that didn't work out for you?
There was a time this year
Mm.
I was looking for a job. Yeah, I was looking for a job. I wanted to be a cleaner. Yes.
Sorry, now come on, Nadia.
Just to
No, but that's a
just
job.
pay my bills.
No, I would gladly employ someone like you as a cleaner to clean everywhere.
But then along the line, I didn't relent. I got a job.
But not
Even
a
if-
cleaning job. Though.
Not a cleaning job.
See now, she got it.
But
right.
even
Yes.
if I'm not really where I want to be, I'm still grateful. I remember in Numbers 14, verse 1 to 5, the Israelites forgot how God parted the sea for them. They forgot how God made water to come out of the rock.
Yeah.
And they were complaining. God was angry.
Mm.
And God gave them manna, and they were saying, this food, we've been eating this food for a long time. We're tired.
They want a change of menu.
Like who?
Person of the chop up
does
all the
that?
time. We need to
Complaints
still
for
take a
free
goosey.
food.
Imagine you feeding somebody with pizza. I want pizza. After you retire for the pizza,
Pizza,
so can't you even have shawarma or can't you even have some?
Yes. So, in my own opinion, I think we should remain positive and be ever thankful. Be thankful.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Okay, so because of time on this segment of the program, we really need to do a kind of a recap. Okay, Limoe here had a lot of challenges while I was in school, and she had to do things that she didn't want to do. But one thing I have to say is this: the Bible says, "To him that is joined to the living, there is hope."
So,
There is a story somebody shared, a pastor, a senior pastor, shared with me. He said, we always complain. Like most people, most prayer points is just, Father, give me money, give me house, pay my school fees, pay my house rent. There is no, Lord, I thank you for giving me, life. You understand? For example, you borrowed money to someone and the person couldn't pay back, and the business that you were supposed to do together went south. You can say, Lord, I thank you that I'm even worthy of borrowing money to somebody at least. Thank God I didn't borrow the money and I'm not indebted. You understand what I'm saying now? So we have so many reasons why we should thank God. You can see some people organize all night prayer, say, Lord, give me, Lord, kill, fire. So if we can spend our all night in praising God, organizing worship and praising God for the things that He has done, I think that will be more productive. But let me tell you something. Sometimes God will allow us to experience the things that we experience because He's preparing us for a greater assignment to become better. You understand? Imagine when gold is taken through fire, that heat, that high temperature. You say, man, if gold could really scream and say, why are you hitting me? I'm a precious metal. Why are you hitting me up like this? But at the end of it all, a purer gold will come out from that process. So whatever you go through in 2019, it's a process. That's why we put on our status that in 2020 we shall emerge, in 2020 we shall excel, and also in 2020 we shall achieve, or whatever, where can you find that in? We shall emerge, we shall excel, and we shall exceed. Say our God is able to do abundantly above what we can imagine. So whatever stage or state you find yourself in 2019, I want us to take it as a process and have the thankful heart. I want to see people saying, Lord, I thank you for making me beautiful, and I'm going to have my husband, I'm going to have my wife, I'm going to have a business, I'm going to have my job. Thank God that I am educated. Or thank God you are still in school, you are not a dropout. Some persons lost their life in school. You understand? So many things happened. But because you are alive and you are seeing this time of this year, this moment, it means that God has something special for you. Pastor, you don't share the same view with me?
Yes, of course. I think the darkest moment of the day is close to dawn.
Yeah.
So David was a man that's after God's heart. But we can hear what he said in Psalm 23. He said, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
So that means there is a valley and a shadow of death. There is a dry bone state. When he says, God said to Prophet Ezekiel, he said, can these 2019 dry bone live again? You understand?
Yes.
He said, thou knowest. Let's say, okay, now speak. So I want us to put up a positive mentality of speaking to that dry bone of 2019, so that we will have a strong army of prosperity, a strong army of blessing, a strong army of favor, divine health in 2020. Let us not speak negative, like 2019 was so rough, everything didn't go well, and you heard you say you had a piggy bank that you're going to be putting money inside. Trust me, you're not going to need a piggy bank. You're going to need World Bank to warehouse your funds. Amen. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
So, but only if we can speak positive things. You know, I saw a lot of negative comments online, flying everywhere. I thank God for Glory Wave. You know, we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So we're going to have a message on the screen, and it's going to show our YouTube channel. To click on subscribe button, because we're going to be discussing topics from time to time, so we can all learn from it. So please, I'm talking to us today, including myself. Let's be so grateful to God, because this is a very, very tempting moment. If you are not grateful, you're just at the peak of that. At that time, you're going to get your miracle. The devil is using this to rob us of our blessings. And you have to be grateful and put up a joyful heart, because the Bible says that with joy shall you draw water out of the wells of salvation. The well of salvation that you're going to draw water from in 2020, you can't draw it without joy. And you can't be joyful if you are not grateful.
Yes.
Praise the Lord. So I want us to put up a grateful heart, forget about all that happened in the past, and be excited. Do you agree with me now?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to agree. Look at your beautiful long hair. Thank you so much, viewers. We hope to see you again. My name is Michael David of the Glory Wave Church. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.